Hello you guys and welcome to Mystic Divinations. Today I'm going to be doing a pick a card slash pick a deck general reading. Um and so this reading you kind of just want to pick whichever deck resonates with you. So whichever deck resonates with you, go ahead and pick. We have group 1 here with some blue azurite right here, some lapis lazuli right here. We have malachite for this card, amethyst for this card, and rose quartz for this card. So these are the stones slash card decks you can choose from, and I will give a general reading from whichever card deck you so shall choose. I will be doing a 7-card spread per deck. So just take some time out. If you need to pause this video just to see which deck resonates with you, go ahead. But generally speaking, you want to choose the deck that called out to you first initially. Whichever deck kind of gave you just an inkling or gave you a little spark or excitement, you want to go ahead and choose that deck first. So I'm going to give you opportunity to do that. Okay, so this is going to be deck 1, deck 2, deck 3, and deck 4. Alright, deck 1. So if you chose deck 1, you chose lapis lazuli and blue azurite. Basically, these stones are recognized for their psychic abilities and just overall emotional acuity and receptivity and self-reflection. So those are some nice stones that come in conjunction with these cards, with this card deck. So we're just going to see what Spirit wants you to know for the rest of this month and going into the next couple of weeks here coming up. Oh, wow. Okay. So we have 6 of Swords. I'm seeing 6 of Swords here. I'm seeing a lot of freedom, a lot of enlightened decision making, some good health, good standing health, some not necessarily solid footing, but an accurate balance between decision making and your overall thoughts of things. Spirit is telling me to tell you good job. Good job. I'm also sensing that maybe there are some activities you've been thinking about doing. Okay, and then we have the world upside down. Very powerful message here about how perhaps there's some tendencies to kind of ignore your options as far as like work, or maybe there's just a mindset that you might have been kind of stuck in, or you have a specific focus on a certain part of life. And then we have the Lovers upside down. So maybe there's a relationship that you're dealing with that kind of is or maybe you're going through a relationship breakup or like separation from a lover or something. You could be dealing with a Gemini. And you could be coming out of a very significant relationship in your life. Seeing these cards back to back, super powerful, because both of these cards both of these cards are from the major arcana. Basically, you've been going through some back-to-back life-changing or mindset-changing things that you've been going through. I'm seeing in the distant past, you know, like you were kind of strong with your thoughts again. Like you had a lot of you had good mental health. You know, you were kind of strong in your stance about something, the decisions you had made, because all the decisions you had made in the distant past kind of kept you on your toes, but with the accurate amount of acuity. I'm seeing in the recent past, however, you kind of lost vision of you kind of lost vision on something, maybe your balance, maybe the happiness and dance with life. You might be coming out of like a depressive era, or you went through like complete exception of yourself. um Maybe you kind of lost your way in the recent past, and I'm seeing here with the upside down lovers that maybe your current mindset might not be in the best shape right now because of a breakup or because of some conflict involving someone who might be a Gemini or an air sign. But this card usually represents Gemini. Maybe there was a loss of fertility or some sort of connectivity that you had with someone. You're kind of in the dark about this particular someone. And where things are going with them. So maybe you just got out of a long-term relationship. Maybe you just got out of a long-term relationship, and you might be going through the motions right now, and maybe you are coming out of this relationship because of losing a spark that you had with the initial person. Maybe there was maybe you guys found each other through some fun activities. You're kind of just enjoying your freedom. You guys were both enjoying your freedom, and then you kind of lost your sense of freedom, your sense of spontaneousness. And yeah, so you probably, stopped having it stopped being fun for the both of you, and so now you're kind of like not with this person anymore. And then we have the Ten of Wands. So if you were going through a recent breakup with somebody and you get this card, it kind of makes sense. But I'm sensing that the breakup with this person might be due to something that you both unknowingly deal with, but that you're both kind of a slave to. And I don't even want to say slave because that's such a strong word. Maybe you're a victim of your passion or your convictions, and it didn't allow for you guys to continue the relationship. Maybe you guys were kind of like growing together but apart, like they said in that one um what's that band called? One Republic song. Like, you're in the same room but you're growing apart. So you guys kind of grew apart, and as a result of this past relationship or this past bond that was so significant, you're kind of going through the motions of that change. This kind of like the aftermath of the breakup, which makes a lot of sense. um Yes, but that your passions and convictions about maybe why you were in this relationship in the first place are kind of what um, this relationship brought to your life. It came to an end, and it may be affecting like what you do passionately, like what you love doing in your daytime or like as a job. Maybe you're suffering at your work. Your work might be suffering as a result of this breakup or this separation. And this could be lovers, as in like someone you were in a romantic relationship with, and this could also be like lovers as in like a friend. Maybe you're going through something with a friend, you're arguing with a friend, and it could be something from the past may have resurfaced for the two of you. Maybe some infidelity, but I'm seeing maybe passion that's run away with itself, and like the destruction of your walls have come down, so you're completely in a vulnerable space. Spirit wants me to tell you to stay strong, and don't lose your dignity behind your job. Like, don't lose your dignity in your search for like fame or fortune or anything like that. Like, do what you do passionately, but don't allow it to like dismantle you and keep you in a negative mind state. Let's see. Okay, and then we're seeing outside influences. So, it seems like you have a good support group involving this breakup, involving this separation. Um, possibly, um, possibly your friends are kind of like in support of you leaving this person, or your friends are in support of, the things that you are showing on the outside, but that some work still needs to be done. as far as probably moving away from this person. Perhaps you lived with this person and you guys are like trying to separate each other's stuff and bring things to an end with this person, and that you have a strong support group doing it. You have a lot of people who's looking out for each other, and but that there's a lot of work and a lot of like a lot of plans to still be made. But I'm seeing strong teamwork with friends. I'm seeing strong unity, like health wise, physically, and I'm seeing that maybe some not recent money opportunities, but maybe some money opportunities that you had along the way throughout this breakup. Like, even though it may seem that it's not coming to completion, it is coming to completion. 3 is the number of like blessings and just in general balance and unity between all 3 aspects of like looking at things logistically, emotionally, and like ethically. So the 3 of Pentacles and the outside influences is a very positive one. So that's really good. There's still work to be done, however. Just know that everything is going smoothly for the most part, and it seems like there's a very strong foundation, a very strong and reinforced foundation in the moving on of a current situation. Probably like if you had a breakup with a person, or if you were like really close with a person and they left things in your car or in your house, you know, kind of giving it back. You have your friends' support, you have people looking out for you, and just kind of in general on your side about this whole thing. So that's really good. And looking for an advice card. I think we have a winner. The advice card. Okay, so Spirit's advice for you is justice. There's a lot of major arcana for these, for group 1, deck 1, with the lapis lazuli and the blue azurite. I'm seeing that you might be looking for justice or some kind of closure involving the person you left in the past. Spirit is asking that you kind of let this go. What may become uncovered to you is not as appealing as it sounds, and justice isn't really your job. It's kind of the job of the universe. So you kind of have to let, you know, you kind of have to let this person experience justice on their own. It's not something that you can verbally or like physically do. That's just, you know, what it is. You kind of just have to let justice befall them how it is. And maybe you are the one who was, you know, maybe cheating on your partner or doing something behind your partner's back, and maybe you shouldn't look at it as karma. Maybe you should just see it for what it is. Like, come to terms with the fact that, you know, not everything is at face value and not everything is what it seems, but that you should allow yourself rest and peace, and maybe talk to a friend who is a Libra. Talk to a friend who is a Libra. I would say a Libra moon or a Libra rising, just so you could kind of understand this person. Maybe you have a counselor or something that has a Libra somewhere in their chart. But Spirit asks you to kind of like calm down on like trying to pinpoint exactly what this person did wrong, and try to focus on mending yourself first. Because justice, if it already hasn't been served, it will be served, but you're past that point. So again, if you were the one who was like, if you were the cause of your breakup, or if you caused this discord between you and your partner, like, your justice was already served. However, it's time to like pass the point of getting back at that person or looking for closure from this person, and just kind of chill it on, you know, going eye for eye and tit for tat. We can't really do that anyway. I can't do it, at least. I don't do revenge. I usually just let the universe handle it, and Spirit is telling me to tell you that you should probably do the same. And yeah, if you have a Libra friend, talk to them. Talk to them, because talk So then, I don't know which card it was, but we're gonna see. Okay. Talk to them because they might be able to they might bring positive insight to the situation. So if you have a Libra friend or like someone you know who is like a Libra and somewhere in their major 3, talk to them because maybe it could give you the closure outside of this person, or bring some balance to the situation. But that, other than that, you really shouldn't be looking for closure or any type of balance from this person. Just kind of let it go. It might be a more difficult than that, but you should just let it go. And then we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse position. So this is usually indicates like the initial stages of some sort of relationship, or like the start of some sort of relationship. The result of this, whatever hurtful relationship that happened, will be kind of like the loss of, you might become a little numb as a result of this separation. Well, again, it could be a lover, it could be a friend, but that the initial stages of whatever brought this relationship will kind of be over. So again, we have the World upside down, kind of in the recent past position. So again, like if you met this person through some sort of, like if you met them at the club, or you met them at the bar, you met them like, doing something fun and kind of spontaneous, that the initial emotions you felt for this person will go away. You will get over it and you will get through it, but you have to let go of like trying to get closure with this person, or trying to either justify what you did or justify for this person, because it's not gonna work. So that's the reading I'm getting for group 1. Spirit wants me to tell you to like let it go, be free, and start wearing more purple. And I'm seeing purple glitter. I'm seeing purple glitter. I'm seeing like NASCAR. I'm hearing NASCAR. Timberland shoelace. I'm hearing DVDs and a puppy and checkers. We're going to do a reading for you, a 7-card spread for group 2. And with us, we have Malachite. Malachite is good for financial gain, psychic abilities, and overall just good grounding. It's a good grounding stone. It's a very powerful stone. And it's amazing, again, for like material wealth and monetary gain. So here we're going to put our malachite with our reading. Okay, so group 2. Group 2. Group 2. Let's see what the cards hold for group 2. Okay, group 2, we have the 3 of discs in the reverse position. So that's very interesting because malachite is a stone for like monetary gain and like material success. But we're seeing here in a 3 of disc reverse, maybe there is some discord between you and some coworkers, or like some legal team. Like maybe you have some legal stuff that's going on, possibly some legal issues with something going on in the distance past. This could be like workers' comp, or like you had a case against you, or you had a case against someone else, but essentially there was some sort of lack of unity going on, either financially or like work related, or possibly you could have had health problems in the distant past, but that something kind of fell off involving finances. Maybe your health problems was a harbinger on your finances, or like you had some financial problems that weren't really going too well. Something that was like hitting your pockets pretty hard in the distant past. Then we have Nine of Cups in the more recent past position. So this is a good thing. Emotionally speaking, however, maybe you come to terms with something in the past that was affecting you financially, or perhaps you have a relationship in your life that's going real well, and that you kind of had someone kind of waiting to hear from you about how you feel about a particular reason, and that you were enlightened enough to give other people kind of like um like something to work with as far as who you are, and that you may see like some good things coming in a romantic relationship. Like maybe I'm seeing like pregnancy, like maybe you recently had a kid or something, or you're planning on having a kid. Maybe you're in your last trimester, in your ninth month, and that everybody's kind of just waiting to get their little inkling of blessing in each cup. They're just waiting for that beautiful person to bestow that new wave of emotion, that new wave of like life. So maybe if you're not, pregnant, maybe you're getting married and everybody's kind of waiting for your reception as everything's kind of calming down with the whole COVID thing. Like maybe you're getting married and you're soon gonna see something happen for you in the realm of relationships, like a completion of something, like maybe holy matrimony, or like, you know, inception. Excuse me, conception. Like maybe you've been trying to get kids with someone, you're finally gonna get them, or maybe you're having a kid, but I'm seeing completion with this, or near completion. And now you're kind of just blessed and you're glowing a lot, and you're just being very radiant in the recent past. So maybe you already have the kid, or you're going to have the kid, but I'm sensing that you probably already have your little bundle of joy, or you probably have an inkling that someone might propose to you soon, or you're gonna have your wedding soon. Something emotionally that's gonna affect not only you but the people around you, that you're providing for them some sort of freedom or some sort of joy, enlightenment in their life. And then what's influencing you at the moment? Five of Cups. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of cups in this reading. So even though in the recent past maybe you had a kid, maybe you're going to have a kid, personally influencing your decision is all the times that you may have lost something. Although you're currently at a position where you have some resources, or you kind of like you have some grounding about something, you're thinking about all the times that you didn't have something. So you're kind of just thinking about things of the past, things that already transpired and kind of went negative in the past concerning something. So maybe you had a marriage that didn't work out in the past, or you had a long-term relationship that didn't work out in the past, and so you're kind of just worried that what you have right now isn't as grand or isn't as awesome as what you've already experienced. Maybe not even for yourself, but kind of what you've seen on the outside. That's really influencing you right now. You might be in an emotional rut, although in the past maybe you hadn't had the time to kind of be in that emotional place, or maybe you're worried about some generational bonds that you don't really want to break, but that you should break, or that you should break. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. I know it's kind of difficult, but Spirit is telling me that you're not seeing the forest for the trees because you're so busy worried about the past, or you're so stuck in the past that you're not even seeing what's coming to you presently. And so that could kind of be kind of a problem. And currently, Page of Swords. So currently right now, if you are a new mom, you might be experiencing some uncertainty about decision making, or if you're planning on getting married, you might be going through like some lack of clarity involving decisions. You're kind of uncomfortable in your role and you don't know how to execute what you should execute, but that you have the right tools. It's just the clarity of mind is not really coming to you right now, possibly because you are thinking about past and how things went in the past. So you don't really know how to execute something. Maybe you attempted to like marry someone in the past and they kind of got cold feet and left you waiting at the altar. But Spirit is telling me to let that go because you do have the tools you need for this to work this time. And our influences. I'm seeing strong family ties in this reading for group 2. We see 3 of cups. So although group 2, you might be feeling like you don't have the resources necessary to like get what you want, Spirit wants me to let you know that you do have the resources to get what you want. And that you do have a good support group on your side. You do have people who love you and people who support you, like coming into your life and kind of making sure that things work out the way they should. And that everyone's kind of celebrating this, but it might be high time that you put your foot down and you get out of this rut and you kind of just acknowledge the people that are in your circle, the people who are dancing with you and, you know, who are there for you. And it may not be like all the people you had before. It may not be all the relationships you had before. Maybe you lost connectivity with some of the people. Maybe with this marriage or with this new child or like this addition to the family, it could be a child, it could be an animal, like a pet. Maybe you're thinking about all the people who aren't here to experience this new life-altering experience with you right now, but that you do have a support group. You have more of a support group than you think. And I'm seeing here in the advice position, the 5 of discs, but in reverse. So this, although like the image is very scary looking and kind of dark, well, not really dark because the sun is out, but kind of like the person is burdened. The advice is kind of to just like be free and, you know, don't be afraid to spend on whatever it is. If it is a child, a puppy, you know, a new marriage, a new relationship, don't be afraid to spend and, you know, like just let go ultimately. This, you know, 5 is the number of change. So for it to be reverse is actually a very good sign, and it's giving you some good advice here to kind of just let go. If you saved up enough money and you're kind of nervous about spending as much money as you could on something, like because I keep getting wedding for some reason. Like if you're getting married and you're afraid to spend or you're afraid to splurge, if you're looking at a new girlfriend or a new boyfriend, you want to take them out on dates and stuff, but you're kind of afraid to do it because, you know, of what happened in the past. Spirit wants me to let you know that you got this and there is no need to be afraid with what's going on with you, because ultimately, you know, there's reward written all over these cards. But I'm sensing that for group 2, there might be a lot of pressure on you, a lot of pressure that you don't even realize. So maybe there will be a change in your financial position. Maybe you lost a job a long time ago, but that Spirit wants me to tell you that, like, whatever you've been holding on to, whether it be a bad habit or like, I don't want to say bad health because that implies like you could just drop bad health off at the hospital, but like bad habits, or if you've been like saving up money or you've been scared to spend on something, maybe even yourself or this relationship or something, that you should just spend it. You should just let it go with the flow. And you shouldn't harbor all of everyone else's issues on your back, because when you do that, you kind of turn a blind eye to yourself and the fact that you might be dwelling on something, and you dwelling on whatever happened in the past, like the failed relationship, the failed bonds, maybe even some failed problems involving having pets or children. Like, You know, it's affecting your ability to use your God-given skills to cut through whatever is happening, whatever problems you're having surrounding this idea. So Spirit just wants you to kind of let go, because you're past that point. You're past the change. And you kind of have some good utilities on your side. You have a good support group. You have blessings that you have given to other people. Maybe you didn't know that, but Spirit wants you to know that you definitely got this, okay? You definitely got this. And for the future, the result is Knight of Cups. So even though, you know, you might be going through an emotional trial period right now, kind of just reflecting. I mean, Mercury is in retrograde, so it does make sense, group 2, that you might be kind of reflecting on what you've lost. The result of your hard work, the result of you kind of like being that enlightenment for everyone else, will result in you generally just having a little more freedom with how you feel, like having the freedom to overcome and to share with others that much more. So instead of 9 10 night, you know, you're coming to terms with how you feel. People are coming to terms with you, how they feel. I'm getting a strong Pisces energy. Maybe in the recent past you had a Pisces baby, or like you adopted a puppy and they just so happened to be born during the Pisces period. But I'm seeing strong Pisces energy here, and I'm seeing a lot of emotional freedom from kind of just letting go and just letting go and accepting the influence of your friends, because your external influence is actually coming back in your favor. So you might be a person that tends to like look out for others and enlighten others emotionally, and kind of just be that shoulder that they can lean on. If that is you, know that your friends are here for you, and that they're not here to challenge you in a negative way. Maybe your friends are kind of challenging you, but they're not challenging you because they dislike you, or they're against you, or they're not there for you. They're kind of challenging you because they see that you are a person that brings them the ability to express themselves and kind of bask and enjoy life, whether you realize it or not. Sometimes when we're sad, we don't really realize how much blessings we can bring to others. But Spirit wants me to let you know that you are a blessing, and that, you know, come in the future, you let it go, you drop it, you stop carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. You will have that freedom that you're looking for, that emotional freedom, that freedom to just kind of love your present scenario and situation without ever having to look back at the cups you lost, because the cups that you will gain, the emotions that you will gain, the emotions that you will have supersedes that of the past. It supersedes it. It just totally knocks everything else out of the water. I've here, this is a pure amethyst stone we have here. Amethyst is ruled by the element of air. It's good for mental acuity, psychic ability, and just overall the crown chakra. Just in general, amethyst is really good for the crown chakra. So if you chose group 3, congratulations, you chose amethyst. Amethyst is a really pretty royal purple color and stone, just overall well known for its ability to like clear things up. So maybe group 3 needs some clarity. Let's see. Does group 3 need clarity? Let's see what Spirit says. I'm just going to shuffle this deck really well. This is the Aquarian deck, which is crazy because Aquarius is an air sign, and amethyst is the birthstone for the month of February. That's very interesting. Just gonna do a good shuffle with these cards. See where we're at. Let's see where group 3 needs to hear spiritual messages from the angels. Okay, group 3, we have a winner. Group 3 is having fun. Okay, Queen of Rods in the distant past. Okay, so Queen of Rods in the reverse position. Perhaps in the distant past, group 3, you kind of lost some power concerning like a passionate endeavor. I'm seeing not necessarily a job thing, but more like an activity that was more like career wise, something you kind of wanted to do. Maybe that's at a gestalt right now, like maybe you got to take a pause from it, or there was some decisions that you had made involving it, and you kind of just had to let go, even though you were at like the height of dealing with it. You were at the height of kind of the rulership over that passion. Maybe you kind of just fell off with something. We're seeing a lot of rods in energy with this reading. Okay, group 3, Ace of Rods. So even though there might have been some loss of passion from the past, or like maybe you had to sever ties with a company, or you were separated from a job, I'm seeing that there's a new passion for you, kind of some new hope coming into play. A newfound love maybe, but I'm seeing more maybe like a more passionate endeavor that you're starting on. So that's good news, more so in the recent past more than anything. Up. Oh, the Tower. Okay, so influencing you right now, group 3, we have the Tower in the reverse. Congratulations, group 3, because it seems like you have gained your kingdom back, or you have gained your confidence back, your power back, probably because of this newfound passion. If it is love related, maybe this person makes you feel like you have more power over yourself than you think, or like your authority. They kind of gained you, they kind of influence you to gain your authority back and kind of take back what was lost to you in the distant past. If it was a relationship, or if it was some sort of like career related love type thing, like maybe you fell in love with a boss or a coworker and that kind of didn't work out, or maybe you lost a job in the past that kind of didn't work out, that this newfound love, this newfound passion is doing you a lot of justice, because congratulations, you are like getting back your life. You have gone through this phase, this life altering phase in your life that is pushing you forward to kind of continue with your compassionate endeavors and pushing you in the right direction. But that is a very powerful stage of life to get through. So congratulations, group 3, because that is freaking awesome. I'm glad to know that that's on your mind. It's like getting back to basics with yourself and kind of coming to terms with, what is sacred to you, and your kind of what's sacred to you, and like what's most important to you. This could be like a moral grounding and a moral standing. Maybe you did some questionable things that you didn't really want to do, and now you're kind of coming to terms with the fact like you are who you are, and nobody can take that away from you. So congratulations, group 3, because we're there with it. And the Lovers, so that confirms it, and it's an air sign. I just knew it. Okay, so this is a very love related reading, and it's crazy because Amethyst is ruled by the element of air, and the Lovers represents Gemini. Gemini is an air sign. So maybe your more distant past relationship had to come to an end. It was a very passionate endeavor, but unfortunately had to come to an end. This could be on your end, this could be on the other person's end. But that in the more recent past, you have had somebody that just really sparks you. Really, they keep it fun, but they also keep it to where like you feel like, wow, I'm so sexy, or wow, I'm so attractive. Wow, I'm so like here with it. I'm so, I am in love. Like, love is in the air this month, you guys. Like, it is the season of Gemini too. So maybe this person has a birthday coming up. Maybe you feel like you will get your opportunity to shine. And you are totally in love with this person. Either this person is in love with you, or you're totally in love with this person. But I'm seeing that these feelings are somewhat mutual between you guys. And then we have, for the external influences, Ten of Swords. So just going back to the Lovers, two major arcana cards in the same reading is kind of a big deal, because it just shows that you are going through a lot of changes in your life, and these changes are very powerful. So to see the Tower in the reversed means like you're gaining your power back, you're putting an end to these like disturbing static thoughts, these negative thoughts about yourself or your surroundings or just who you are in general. They're kind of being laid to rest, and it might have something to do with this new lover that you have. This person, they are enamored with you, you're enamored with them, and there's total mutual trust. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but there are rods even in the background, and maybe they have just a little more passion for you than you can actually see, but the love for you is totally there. I'm hearing go for it, go for it, go for it. Spirit is telling me to tell you to just go for it. Put like 110% into this person, because whatever emotions you think they have, they definitely have it for you. And they might not be able to show it right away, but that I'm seeing a lot of trust, a lot of love, a lot of sentiment just going into it. And then addressing the Ten of Sword cards, externally influenced, like seeing that maybe you might be dealing with some disappointment. However, like maybe you're feeling a little sad about something, or I'm not really getting that from this card. I'm kind of getting that something was executed really well. Something, maybe you feel like you were stabbed in the back, or maybe you stabbed someone else in the back and you kind of overdid it. Maybe it was the past relationship. So like if you ended the past relationship, maybe you said some things or did some things that were like questionable. Yeah, but I'm seeing that there might be a little disappointment. So maybe like the person you were with in the past, maybe it was someone that your friends kind of thought were cool, or maybe like you weren't open and honest about everything the person did to you, but that you kind of just have to nip it in the bud and execute it. And even though there might be a lot of disappointment in the fact that you want to be with the person that you currently want to be with, that's just like how people on the outside kind of are looking into this situation. They're kind of looking at it from the outside in. Maybe you being with this person will kind of hurt someone's feelings, or kind of put an end to the fact that you were with them in the first place. So yes, I'm seeing that. Then I see the Eight of Pentacles in the advice position. So hard work pays off. Maybe you've been working towards your inner peace. Again, just kind of regaining your tower back. Continue to work on it. Continue on getting your power back. Continue on getting past whatever external circumstance that caused you disappointment. I'm seeing that this disappointment in, the external influence position, it's kind of like, it kind of has, I don't want to say it has nothing to do with you, but it kind of has nothing to do with you. But it's important that you just continue to work on building yourself back up, and kind of, accepting the trophies and the milestones that you have come to pass, you've come to gain in this life. This could be financial milestones, this could be healthy milestones. Like maybe in gaining your power back, you had to let go of some negative habits that you had about yourself. Continue to do that, because they're shining through to your external appearance. Like they're making you shine way beyond where you think you would be. And so that's a good thing. And Spirit is telling me, don't worry about other people's disappointment. I'm seeing that putting an end to something, it might not have been what other people wanted you to see, but it might not have been what other people wanted you to do, but it doesn't matter, because you're working on yourself. So maybe you had to take a break from like friends and family, and kind of just work on yourself. I'm seeing, even though there might be some disappointment within your friends or family or social group, that Spirit wants you to continue to work on yourself diligently. Continue to work on getting your power back. Power tower. That's every time I see this card or get this card in a reading, that's what I think. Power tower, tower, power. So it's the power tower, and when it's in the upright position, it can mean, loss of power, loss of strength, but you're getting your strength back. And although people might be hurt at the fact that you are gaining your power back, whether it be through this newfound love or this newfound passion, Spirit is advising you to continue to do it. Continue to build yourself up. Continue to work on your passions. Continue to do all that you need to do to kind of get through it. Just continue to work on yourself, on your inner walls. Continue to work on that which makes you shine. Continue on working on what makes you shine. Continue on being content with what you have for yourself. Because, not everyone has to understand. Not everyone knows where you're coming from. And not everyone's path is the same. So, like, if you working on yourself causes other people disappointment, or like makes people try to shame you, like maybe you taking a break from the outside world is making people dislike you, or like make it seem like you don't care, like let them know that you care, but also know that you're working on yourself. But just let it be known that you're working on yourself. I'm hearing like rehab. Maybe it was like something that ended in a physical altercation of some sort. But yeah, I'm hearing rehab, and like not rehab like drug related rehab, but kind of like okay, so this is meant to be not drug related rehab, but like rehabilitation. That could be mentally or physically, just kind of like rehabilitating yourself from whatever loss you had experienced in the distant past. This could have been a friend, it could have been a family member, it could have been anything. And then, hard work pays off, because I'm seeing that whoever you're in love with, child, they feel the same way about you. And also, like, this is gonna be a new passion for you, a glorious time lucid experience for you. Like, you will get that relationship, you will get to that phase where you will be able to say, okay, I want this with you. They will get to that phase where they say, okay, I want this for you, I want you for me. Like, I want to be with you, I want to share life with you, I want to be with you. Oh my gosh, I can literally not make this up, you guys. This reading is so powerful for group 3, because my fire spirit candle had kind of went out when I pulled the 10 of Swords, meaning that whatever external influences that are negatively affecting you, they literally don't mean nothing, because at the end of the day, this newfound passion, this spark that you have with this person is so powerful. Like, you will get what you want coming from this person, or coming from this newfound endeavor. Hell, like, if it is something that is work related, like if you just started a new job, you're kind of building back your tower, you're building back your money resources. Maybe you have some disappointment that you did lose your job, or maybe there's just all around disappointment from everything that's going on with COVID. Like, you will get to a place where you have your new beginnings. You will have your day. Your day will dawn on you, and your cup is full, and it is just, love is everywhere in this reading. I really don't think this is work related. I really do believe wholeheartedly that there's a Gemini, moon, rising, or sun out there that is like totally enamored with you, and they're enamored with the progress that you have made for yourself, the dedication, the self-dedication you have made to picking yourself back up, and that you will get what you want. And as I was saying, I literally can't make this up. When I was reading the 10 of Sword cards, like the fire flame, like, like the element of fire, flame, like, because I have the elements to match the candles to match the elements. The fire flame, the fire candle was completely out, and the fire literally just came back when I pulled this card. I cannot make this shit up. This is so powerful for whoever this is. I mean, just the two major arcana cards alone are very powerful. But group 3, yes, you're gonna see the dawn of that relationship. You're gonna see the light at the end of the tunnel. Essentially, you're gonna gain that passion back. If you're going through something or if you went through something, excuse me, that made you numb, group 3, you're going to get that spark back. You're gonna get that Promethean flame. You're going to get there, and you just have to keep working on yourself. And if somebody on the outside doesn't understand, that's not the concern, because the spirits, the angels, are literally bringing to your life everything that you need, including you going through this dark phase that you had to kind of pass and leave behind you. You, with this newfound love, this newfound appreciation for something, Spirit wants you to know that yes, you had that. You have this. You got this. And the person who you want so bad actually wants you back. And they might want you back more than you realize. They might have been dreaming about you. They might have been seeing you in places that you probably even weren't. But this love is so strong that it literally brought fire back into my room. Like, I cannot make this shit up. So, good luck and good looks, group 3. You have got this. Don't let that past come back. Continue to build yourself up. Continue to work on yourself. That's what I'm seeing from these cards, group 3. I'm seeing new beginnings. I'm seeing the dawn. I'm seeing a new person. I'm seeing life-altering, life-changing, path-changing, in a very positive way, transitions for you, and it's very powerful. So continue, group 3. Congratulations. Group 4. Last but not least, group 4. We have rose quartz with group 4, a rounded rose quartz. Rose quartz is ruled by the element of fire. So, I think we had each element. We had malachite, which was earth, amethyst, which was air, on lapis lazuli, which was reflection. So kind of like water. But yeah, group 4. Okay, group 4. Let's see what Spirit has in store for you this fine, divine evening. Let's see, group 4. Do a reading for group 4. Spirits, come to us and tell us what you want group 4 to know. What's going on with group 4 this fine Mercury retrograde? Come on, group 4. Group 4, group 4, group 4. What do we have for group 4? Okay, group 4. Okay, group 4, Knight of Wands. Excuse me, group 4, Knight of Wands. So we see in the distant past with group 4, we have some passions that kind of took flight but then kind of stalled out. Maybe you were called to action and you couldn't take a particular action for a particular reason. But that it was a very fueled action that you wanted to take. Maybe you contemplated about taking it. I'm seeing work related, maybe like, I don't want to say job loss, but maybe like some passion that kind of had to be halted because you weren't able to take action or you didn't want to take action. So let's see, we have the Ace of Cups upside down. So initial stages of something ending. Maybe you had a spark with someone new that kind of ended fairly as soon as it started. Maybe you ended something with someone. You started something and then ended it in the more recent past. So maybe you tried talking to someone, you guys had a disagreement, didn't see eye to eye, and you kind of ended things with them. Influencing you right now, though. Okay, Ace of Cups. I'm seeing a lot of passion here. Maybe this is a love reading. This is crazy. So, influencing you right now is Queen of Cups. So basically, you're just on your A game. You're just hanging in there. You're emotionally strong to let go of whatever had left you in the recent past. Maybe it was like a new fling that you kind of had to let go of. It let go of you and you let go of it. Because right now, you are in your A game. Okay? You are just doing things in life. Just, you got the eye of the tiger, baby. Like, literally, you have the eye of the tiger. You are counting your lucky stars and you are counting your blessings. Like, you are surrounded with teamwork and enlightenment, and you're kind of just enjoying yourself, enjoying the moment, enjoying your job right now, enjoying whatever task that you weren't able to like really execute before. You're definitely setting yourself up to execute it and come to completion with whatever it is you started. It may not be a relationship, because maybe like you thought you were going to find someone else and you didn't. And you didn't. Eight of Cups in the reverse, though, you might leave other people hurt. Like, maybe someone thought that they were going to get you, but alas, they did not get you. Maybe they couldn't complete you. They couldn't fulfill something for you. They were lost for you. Maybe, they kind of had to hide from you, or you had to hide from them. Maybe there weren't some boundaries that weren't respected for you, but that's okay, because you're kind of distracted by your success. Kind of distracted by your success. But in the advice position, where we have the Fool in the reverse position, group 4, Spirit is telling me to tell you to calm it down. Like, and I don't want to sound too cocksure, but like, Spirit's like, okay, like, you know, enjoy your success, but don't do so recklessly where you might continue to hurt somebody unknowingly. Like, maybe you hurt somebody, maybe they got on your nerves, maybe they crossed a boundary, but like, don't be foolish in how you decide to like show off. So maybe you're going through like a glow up, and that glow up has you feeling real good about yourself. It's making you look like, you know, 100% that BITCH, but Spirit is screaming at you like, okay, like, don't be foolish, and, you know, you yourself don't be too cocksure. Like, don't get ahead of yourself. Don't be a fool. Like, don't make yourself seem like something you're not. Group 4, you know, you might be going through a stage of life where you kind of let go of your innocent outlook, and you kind of just come to terms with some solidifying stuff. Like, this could be age related, this could be kind of not necessarily age related, but like maybe whatever endeavor or relationship you would start and you kind of like got past the start of, or you kind of let go of, perhaps like you shouldn't be so quick to like walk away and leave this person feeling at a loss for you, because that could really come back to hurt them. And it can not only hurt you, it can not only hurt them, it could also hurt you, you know, like, it's never good to really hurt somebody. And the result of being more thoughtful and being less aloof in the situation is you gaining some new sort of insight, gaining a new way to kind of cut through whatever problems or whatever misunderstanding that you had. So perhaps you like started talking to someone, it didn't necessarily work out. Maybe you ghosted them, they ghosted you, but that you're gonna come across something a little more mindful on the mindful side that's gonna allow you to kind of cut through and see what's going on. You yourself, group 4, you might be a fire sign. I don't know. You might be a fire sign. You might be not a Leo. You might be you might be a Aries, or might be an Aries, or a Sagittarius, but I'm seeing probably an Aries or more Sagittarius. So you might have a Sagittarius or Aries in your birth chart. But yeah, just be a little more mindful. Your advice for this week and the coming weeks is to kind of be a little more mindful, be a little less foolish with your decisions and how you go about your life, even though you are past the beginning stages of something, or you kind of let go of something. Like, be mindful of how you walk away from stuff, because you know, even if you were hurt, you don't ever want to like hurt somebody back intentionally, but just kind of be mindful and be more thoughtful about how you go about things, and ultimately it will be revealed to you, um, just this just the thought or the plan of how to actually continue to execute whatever passionate endeavor that you are allowed to continue with. So like, if you had to take a break from your job, or you were furloughed or something, or you were like let go of, you kind of have this new position now where you have some power, you have some dignity behind it. It's just, be mindful of like who you started with, and be mindful of where you stand with someone. Like, if you were trying to talk to somebody while you was in a relationship with somebody else, and now the relationship that you were originally in is going well, just be mindful of how like you letting go of that other person might affect you in general. And if it was a problem, maybe it won't be a problem anymore the more thought you put into it. Like, the more the more mindful you become of your actions and what you actually decide to do.